Hello everybody. In this video I will demonstrate how to fix buttons in my sauce in the pocket of my sauce that now has no buttons. This is my sauce. This side I have already fixed two buttons in this pocket, and the pocket on this side not yet has buttons yet. Now I'm going to show you how to simply fix buttons here, and then open holes here, and make it a functional button here. First of all, this thread. Yes, this thread. Okay. This is how I put my needles. You know, needles are something quite dangerous, especially for children. Always bear in mind that needles, when they are not on your hands, they should be put properly for everyone's safety, and that you always know where your needles have been put. And needles have different sizes. Some very thin and some very thick. And you should use a needle that is, you see, this is a khaki sauce. The cloth here is quite thick. The thicker the cloth, the thicker the needle you have to use. And in fact, it very much depends on your experience. Okay. In this example, the khaki sauce use needle of this thickness is okay. Now I would use your saliva to wet the thread. Oh. I have yes. I have made white background here. You see? Okay. Yes. This is a white background. The needle. Now you can see the needle has put in the thread. And as for the length of the thread you use, look at me. If you are the one to do the sewing, of course the length most convenient for your sewing is the best. I use my right hands to sew, and I extend my right arms to the longest, and yes, I use my left hand to hold the stuff I'm sewing. So uh, this length would be best for me. Now I cut it. And any tools can do the cutting. It's okay. Because I'm not a professional sewer or, or, of that of, yes. And now I okay. The right background, please. Right background here. This right background. I tie the knots. See how I tie the knots. Use your saliva. Wet the thread. Wrap a circle. Use the thread to wrap a circle on your finger. See. Hope you can see that. And you see there is an area the thread is overlapping, right? Oh. Always you have to make it red. Now hope you can see what I'm doing. You roll the thread, and now it's become like this, and pull. The right back one. Yes. You see this, there's a lot, but this lot is not big enough. Repeat the previous procedure. Wrap a circle around your finger, and yes, roll. The thread now become like this, and pull. In fact, whether the knot would be tied in a satisfactory manner very much depends on your luck. So, if this time your knot is you see it obviously it cannot stop the thread from escaping from your cloth or your yes. Then you just cut it, and then repeat your the procedure of making the knot again. And thanks gods and goddesses help that and the post yes. Now this knot now this size is satisfactory. This is a normal side pen. I have to I just refer to In fact, when I make the button here, the position of the button, I just chose randomly, and yes, and now because I have to refer to the button's position here to decide the button positions here. I would use a side pen to mark the position where my buttons to be fixed on these trousers. No need to be that exact or accurate. When you have when you are wearing this shorts, no one's would notice the difference if it is not so big. I think these two positions should be acceptable. And now I'm fixing my first button. Button. Here. Because it is quite urgent for me to have these trousers having buttons fixed on it, and currently in my home I cannot find any two others buttons with the appearance similar to this, and temporarily I would use these buttons. You see that, yes, there are 4 holes in this button, right? You should fix this button in a way that the position of these 4 holes covering this black mark. And the first drilling of my needle should be done from the inside of the pocket. Drill the needle drill the needle drill through. Start drilling through from the inside, then come out from the outside. Then this way, this knot would not be visible. This knot are just tied, would not be visible for people looking at you. In fact, there is a, yes, you see, the side pan mark is also observable. First, you see, I fixed the thread in this position. Then the needle go through one of the holes of the buttons. Now it is here, right? Position the button so that the 4 holes cover the black side pen mark. Then the needle, now you see, drill through the buttonhole and the another buttonhole, drill through also the cloth, and then now come out from the bed of the cloth. Now the position of your button still had not been fixed very well. The needle drill through the cloth from the back side of the cloth. That is the side you can see the lot. But by your feeling and try and error, and let your needle come out from the 3rd hole of the button. That is a hole has never been through by your needle before. The button now has its position fixed to a very fixed, and you use your needle drill through the fourth hole of the button and through the cloth, come out from the back side of the cloth. Good. The position of the button now has fixed. And what you would be doing next, just randomly use the needle, drill from the back side of the cloth, and then come out of the holes of any of the holes of the button randomly. The principle is you see the button is firmly fixed on the cloth. If this target, if this goal can be achieved, then that will be okay. Now you can see my thread has made a square here. You can make a cross now. Now, you see there is a square. Yes, my thread. Can you see? My thread has drawn a square and a cross in the square. Totally, there are 6 lines here, 6 straight lines. See which straight line is not thick enough. Then add thick. You do the drilling the needle and the needle coming out to make that line thicker. I think this is okay. Can you see? It's quite. Hope you can see that. Oh, it's you see this thread. Every drilling in and out of the cloth, there is in fact two threads overlapping to do the sewing. So as here, there are 6 lines for you to make. Each line you see on average there has already done around 4 to 5 sewing have already been done. Then that would be okay. The button would be well fixed on this cloth. And now I will tie the knot to end the fixing of this button. This is the back side of the cloth. you can see my initial knot here. I would make two sewing knot passing through the button. Only coming out from the other side of the cloth, and then I will tie the knot. You can do it this way. Second time. Then tie the knots. Hope you can see how I tie the knots. This the let me see. Wipe back one, please. Wipe back. This is the flap. A flap. Do not twist it. See my hand. I'm twisting this way, not this way. Just twist this way, and then your needle coming out, pass through the hole in this way. Now you can see this is a knot, right? And now you pull the knot to the cloth. Hope you can. And use your nail or finger. Successfully, I've now tied the first small knot. And repeat tying knots in this way until your knot becomes thick enough. In theory, your knot will grow bigger and bigger by repeating this procedure. See how I do it. As beginners, please do it slowly. Then I believe you can skip most troubles. I think it is okay, this thickness. And then I will tie a spiral knot. This is a knot which is very difficult for me to do it. But this knot would be more secure. Hope you can see it. The needle here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your flat to wrap the needle about 4 to 5 times. and then yes, make this spiral, this serial spiral near to the rod. This step is very very difficult to perform, in fact. Let your needle come out, and at the same time secure the position of that spiral. You have to do it, very much depends on your experience. Hope the video can let you see how I do it. Okay. The needle now, the spiral of that has escaped the needle. And the spiral, see if you can, oh my, yes. Now, oh my, okay. Keep the position of the spiral at all times at the rod. Use your fingernail. Oh, and do this very slowly so that the thread here would not be in the mess so easily. My finger. This time somehow should be a failure. Although this is a failure, but in fact it had successfully, you see, the thread portion here has been thickened. Then I do that easy type of making loss again. Finally, I should be able to make a big knot here. Tie 3 to 4 more times. I guess this knot should be secure enough. I think the lot of this size should be okay. And leave a thread of about 3 cm in length after the lot. Don't cut it so near the lot. Because if you do so, the lot would be loosened very quickly. Or yes. This button is ready now. And now I have to make a buttonhole here. Yes, buttonhole. I refer to here. Even your buttonhole's position is not very correspond to the button, this would not be a very big deal. You see, when I am wearing this shorts in this manner, most people around me should not be able to figure out that they will see this be a normal pocket on the short. Use the side pen. Refer to the buttonhole position here, and I draw lines on here to make my buttonhole. Look at the size of this button. The buttonhole should be near to the diameter of this button. In fact, I think the upper line I have drawn wrongly, but this would not be a big deal because uh, you can use the I guess the sanitizing alcohols should be able to remove these side pan mark. Anyway, I start. Use this one. To drill holes. Drill holes on this line, on the. You see. And then you can yes, use a seed like make a hole. In order to ease your observation, I temporarily use this one to cover the wrong line I made above. Yes. Now you only see the right line I have drawn. And now this is a hole, you see. My finger can pass through it. And now I have to see if my button can pass through it. Good. You see, my button can pass through it. But after you but after you work like this, that I will show you very soon, this hole will become smaller. And I have to make it bigger now. Now I would I already had my needle with the thread. and I will tie the knot here. You see the knot of this size is, then I start. The knot should not be observable outside, so you have to do your first drill on the inner side of the cloth. Okay, done. Okay. The first drill, and on the front side, your needle should just go through the hole that even my finger can pass through. Yes, see? Yes, just go through this big hole and come out. Yes, from the back side of the cloth. And now you do your second drill here, about 3 millimeter from the first drill. And the needle pass through this hole, this big hole again, back to the back side of the cloth. And now you do your third drill, 3 to 4 millimeter from the second drill. Can you see? And coming out from the front side of the cloth. Repeat this procedure until the whole buttonhole have been treated in this way. In fact, this procedure should not be an authentic procedure, or yes, should not be an authentic procedure among the people, among the sewing or clothes making industry. But if the clothing you having this need is not a very important clothing of you, and maybe that you are currently in a hurry or so, you can use the method now I'm suggesting here to temporarily make the button and buttonhole on your clothing to meet your urgent needs. Okay. And later, when you have time, you can take the clothing that have been treated by you in this way for more professional sewing service to be done by those those cloth making or sewing industry friends or now I've ended the sew. I had to tie my knot, right? The knot should be tied, of course, the back side, so that people around me cannot see it, right? So now I have to, yes, do this drill from the front side of the cloth, and the needle coming out from the back side of the cloth. And I would make two innocent drilling. Before I tie the knot. Innocent drilling, I mean it should not bearing functions for bearing any function for the original purpose of this sewing practice. You see the sewing here are for preventing the cloth from wearing off. Now I see. First innocent drill. You hope we can see. First innocent drill. And second innocent drill. And now I tie the knot. This time, the security of this knot would not be so important, because this sewing does not need to bear for any weight. You know the button has its weight. When it is not secured by your flash, it would fall to the ground according to the law. The scientist would call Newton, yes. That he said an apple would fall to the ground when you know what I mean. So the sewing I done for fixing the button. The knot would the security of the knots would be more important. Should be done more seriously. But the duty of this sewing would be much lighter. So in fact, here, this all. Anyway, I would do the spiral knot, but even it fails this time. I do not have to be so nervous. Use a $1. Use some solid to help you push the needle. I hope you can see it. Let's see if you can see it. Hope the camera can make you see it. See how I use the hard corn to push the needle. Then my finger would not get hurt. Highly recommend you pray to your gods and goddesses during you make this spiral knot, because it is very difficult to make. The reason I make it is because it is secure. Hope the camera can record what I'm doing and let you see. This time to be a failure, I guess. Oh. Much better than last time. You see the spiral, yes. Acceptable this time. Because if you do not do the spiral knot, the repeating easy knots would eventually loosen itself one by one. And after the spiral knot, do a few the simple knot. Then you can end this sewing. Quite secure then, because you see that we have to take into account the practical situation. 3 cm would better, but shorter would be would fit this situation. So 1.5 cm, I think, yes. Leaving a 1.5 cm tail, I mean a tail of length 1.5 cm, starting from this knot, then would be okay. Now I see if my button can acceptable way. The button can go through. It is easy to understand. I use black thread in this video to ease your watching and learning. If you want to make this thread not so visible, simple. Use white thread, not black thread. choose the right color, then the problem will be solved. So now I have fixed this button. Thanks for watching.